Welcome back to this great match between two teams. Rising Student Club taking it on Radharaman Club, where both teams on this wet ground. It will be a big tough challenge for both players and both sides to go ahead with that fighting one at this venue. It's going to be a great contest, a great one for both the teams, where wanted to just show up what best they can do. Is the two teams, one led by Captain Rudra Prasad, Rising Student Club, the other one led by Captain Gaurav Negi, jersey number 15. And that's match number 49 at this wonderful venue, Barabati Stadium, Cuttack. A great contest and two players, two great captains against each other. Rudra Prasad with blue and Gaurav Negi with red dress as the four officials having a bit chit chat. Nabin Kumar Nayak, the match commissioner of the day, and as we watch and wait for this moment to check that one up, and your host today, Mohammed Suhaib. Stay tuned for this great game. As that's a great frame, great posture for two players, and we'll see that starting 11 Suraj means the playing 11 from Rising Student Club. Suraj means Sanjeev Dansana, Chandra Mohan, Mohammad Ashik, Rudra Prasad, the captain, Ankit Behra, Jansan Bandra, Tongdim Lompa, Mohammad Nihal, Mohammad Niaz, Mohammad Roshan, the goalkeeper, Coach Sheikh Manzoor. That's we have in the Rising Student Club. In the Radharaman Club, it's followed by Loknath Munja, Abdul Salam, Pali Jagata, Jitu Muduli, Deepak Oram, Jangwil Jingbel, Gaurav Negi, Binay Kisan, Pipin Ahibab, Bikram Maji, and Rumit Yadav. And that's going to be a great contest between these two teams. Ramya Ranjan Peda, Sushanta Kushar, Ajay Barwa, Shankar Bhoi, Jitendra Meher, Nasiruddin Khan, Shiba Oram. And that's in the substitute from Radharaman Club. We have Chikuna Sethi, Pratap Tirke, Samir Barla, Sujit Maji, Tushar Mahanto. And that's we have in the substitute line up as both teams will go against each other, a great clash. And that's we wait for both the teams to come on the ground. And that's we see that start of this game, the proceeding, both teams looking in a good touch, but that's a little careful about the surface. Wet, we see that heavy rain, so that's never easy for players to get through that point, looking to get that danger one, as they're just set for this great touch, just set for this great way, and that's what it look ahead and aside for them as they wanted to come back through that point, as both teams in that great touch a bit challenge for them. Surface little hard and sticky, muddy for both sides. Want to provide the best one, and let's see with the earlier one which side gets their breakthrough, and that's they wanted to check and show, and that's they waited for that great touch. and they wanted to come back up, wanted to make sure that they are on that great way, as just they wanted to check that one up. And that's we wanted to check that one up, and we waited for that one, waited for that chance, waited for that amount, and that's we wanted to check it up, looking to get it set there as a bit of fumble between players, a bit of a rush for both sides. Both ends wanted to be in that hurry, both in that hurry, so that they wanted to ensure and check that one up. Both wanted to be in that same way with that good pass running up. Jersey number 16 from boys in blue and the five tackling that one up. Ankit Behera, Loknath Munda just trying to deflect it and then kicks it away ahead from that phase. And that's what he did was all right, all set. Just wanted to check it up as good as he wanted to. Let this one going. As that's where the time's taking place with that every kick coming in with that great way, the kick coming in with that action, and that's the time ticking off. And that's where they wanted to let it up ahead. And that's where the time ticks off, and that's where they wanted to keep that ahead, keeping that one simple, tough, and the great way. 22 jersey number with boys in the red. Bikram Maji were the best players in the tournament from that side with that cross, and he missed it. Still, you've got that chance, and look at that surface of the ground. How tough it has been become. No control over that ball. That jersey number 10 trying to kick it ahead, and you see that toughness in the ground. That's about the way it has so tough not coming onto that surface. You see the sliding, colliding, and in the end just ticking it off. The referee clearly giving that foul, that offside, ball being given back, and that you see the surface. It has become so tough. The ball didn't hold, neither it's rolling back. The thing that it is just having a good hold. That's what it takes it from the side. Quickly, it wanted to pass it back, and then quickly taking that one ahead with that pass, looking to ensure that everything happens good for that way. Everything happens better for the time being, and the way it takes it around, takes it ahead. Jersey number 19, and that is a good clearance coming from that side. With jersey number 16 trying to let it go by, and that's he closes, looking for that cross coming in. Is that the header? A perfect save, brilliant. A wonderful header from jersey number 24. And then what take about that? Mohammad Niaz, but still a good job done by Rumit Yadav. It was perfectly planned, perfectly timed, but a good presence of mind of Rumit Yadav, the goalkeeper, diving to his left and showing his best skill, what he can do, and what he can do it in that great way, allowing things coming up. As we see quickly, the physiotherapist quickly coming on the field, that taking. and that's we wanted to let it go ahead, and that's the clearance way from that side, and that's what they wanted to let it go ahead, let it shine in that way, and that's where they wanted to cross that one up, and that will be a great contest to see which team takes that lead ahead. Jersey number 10 looking to create that chance, looking to coming back over to that point, that cross coming in, and then it's getting away. And that's what they wanted to kick that one up, kick that one ahead. Time ticking off, and that's where they wanted to keep things going up, keeping things ahead. With this, the time ticking off, they wanted to just face that one ahead with all that great way of keeping that ahead, slightly taking that ahead of that time frame, and just ticking it over and ahead. And that's where they wanted to call it up, center mark that point, benchmark that point, and that's where they want to call it up and take that ahead with that great way siding, just looking to lapse that point, just looking to create that charge up with all that things getting inside that way, looking to just deal with that different way, difficult way, and that's just crosses that line. Again, jersey number 10 showing his skill, trying to go with that cross. And has he done it? Has he done it? Perfectly latched onto that one. And yes, that's the opener for Rising Student Club. As usual, you like the way they carved that niche. Brilliant pass from Mohammad Ashish P to his teammate. Perfectly planned. And just that easy touch. Easy touch of a wood. And that's where they've raised the scores. The first on the board. Pressure will now mount on Radharaman Club. And that's a great start from Rising Student Club. That's they wanted to start these things off with the proceeding they had, and now they would not wanted to end or to go with that same way, the kind of the planning it's happening up with them, as we see a bit of a change in weather condition. But look at that toughness for the ground, not same the similar one to the previous conditions which they have played ahead. They wanted to benchmark that set stone, they wanted to create that one, they wanted to go ahead and show to their side, they wanted to prove their best what they can do so, and then in the end they wanted to lapse that one up ahead, and that's where they wanted to showcase that kind of a toughness, that's kind of a rigidness side. They wanted to lapse that one ahead, want to show it ahead, counting that one to that grade, and then drifting it differently from that angle, trying to create that one, trying to showcase that talent, looking to set that benchmark, and then in the end going ahead with that point. And that's the way they wanted to point it out, trying to go with that leaking point, trying to go with that sorted, just wanted to go with that same cross kick coming in. with all that great way, want to let it check, want to get it ahead, and that's where the time ticking off, time starts to move, where pressure start getting building, and that's we have to wait for that chance, wait for that change, and that's they wanted to check that. And that's they wanted to clarify, wanted to go ahead, trying to leak those one, kicking that one ahead, just showing that one up, looking to provide that danger. The danger is going up as they wanted to check that one up, sailing into that side, and that's where the pressure starts building up, and they wanted to leak that one, just trying to build that strength, build that lead, and then somehow losing that one from that big margin, big occasion, with that cross kick coming in their wayside. As just the time's ticking off, they wanted to end this one, wanted to show that things are getting tough for them, wanted to hold on to that part. Looks it becomes quite tough for them. It becomes quite dangerous for them. On the same side, the time they're ticking off, the time they're taking off, are a little worried about the outcomes of what is happening up. It's 13 minutes, same. We have witnessed that point, the same and the similar way for that. And that's where they're choking it up down to that performance, creating that one as a hint, and then in the end, just losing that one aside. And that's where it takes down and down. That's where they want to call it up in that great way, a great possessiveness of taking that one into that action side, looking to create that one up high and then making it sure they want to provide that one up as wanted to ensure that you've got that best point, and that's with the time taking up. They want to ensure that, and the time ticks off, the time they sets, the time they ticks off, wanted to cover that one up with that great way, with that great things, wanted to ensure that the things they're crossing up, as they wanted to go with that brilliant header coming in with that good clearance. Chelsea number 12 from the side of boys in blue with that strong defense line, but they want to open that one up. That's where the boys in red wanted to get through that pressure coming from their way with that header in the clearance, and then the way they are looking to bisect that one up, the way they wanted to ensure that they have to provide that touch of ease, and they wanted to ensure that that same area where they're working ahead aside, looking to plan up that one up, and that's where the time ticks off, time loses with that point. That's the time it's taking up, setting that one up ahead, and that's they wanted to come up in that way. That's where the time of inside his hand wanted to come up back, and that's where it takes it. And then the time is clicking off. They want to come back strongly with that point. Again, and just over his head. Just over his. outcome of what the time ticking off. A little bit clueless, the Radharaman Club, as they've lost it that rhythm, the pressure that they were looking to build. Have they lost it that sight in just in guidance or in just that clearance on up? You have to check, cross check, and then they have to ensure that follows that same page, they follow that same way, they follow that same rhythm. In fact, they have to be very careful of what has happened to them and how it has happened with that shaping of that moment. And that's where the time ticking off, they wanted to have that pressure, they wanted to come back with that same point. They wanted to stand tall against that point. They wanted to come back over to that one. And then in the end, he had all those things waiting for that chance. And we takes that one up, want to ensure that he's getting that one ahead, taking that time frame, taking that time, looking to ensure that one up, looking to get it back, coming back with that same point. And that's where they wanted to land it up. In fact, trying to just create that charge, looking to go it dangerously there. As the kind of a game plan, it's the surface, and we see a bit of rain coming up, and that's even the situation get tougher for both sides. But the one who takes the lead is in a good way, commanding way, the commanding situation that they comes up back with that same way as they have that one up their way, just trying to keep that one tough over to that point as they rise to that occasion, rise to that opportunity, rise to that side with all that great kick coming in. And that's where the pressure starts building up. And we wait for that time. It's 20 minutes in the game so far. The time ticking off, the time taking that scenario, the situation arising out of that one. And that's where they wanted to land it on. And what about this great tournament? MGM-FAO League produced great players, great ones. As we waited for that moment, we waited for that chance, and that's where it all started up. And that's where they've called that one up aside, and that's where they wanted to carve that one up. Chance there. Clarence coming in, jersey number 6, trying to get it back, and we see that a bit of injury coming in. Things not going okay. Yes, that's okay, all okay. And yes, that's a good part of the sportsmanship. Coming close to each other and saying sorry for what happened, keeping concentration on the game rather than looking for other aspect. And that's where the time ticking off with both teams enjoying at the moment. And that's where the team has taken the lead. They wanted to ensure that they takes the lead ahead. Rising Radharaman Club as well on the other side just wanted to prove the best what they can do and what they can come up with. As that great side of a clearance coming in, and that's where it's taking up with that cross straight into his hand, and then that's the clearance coming in. And that's where they wanted to show it best, show it back with all that great time it's taking up that way. And that's where they wanted to keep it ahead. That's where the time ticking off with the things as easy you like. Quickly we see that officials coming up, and that's with the conclusion of the ball change in the ball, and that's we have the other ball coming in into our way. And that's they wanted to keep it time ticking off. They wanted to come back quickly with that good cause, good chase, and that's where the time takes it off, time takes it down. And that's they wanted to kick that one up. They wanted to show up, looking to steal that moment, looking to kick that one up, and they want to try it hard as they can. They want to push that one up, trying to create that chance, trying to look to insert that chance, looking to go better and better with time ticking up. As that's about the timing they have, that's about the game change they have. They wanted to ensure that it looks like a great way of working together for that one. And that's we take that one up, looking for that one. and that's what we take it upside, and that's want to check it ahead with that same time, looking to get in that position. And that's what we wanted to do. And that's what they want to kick that one up, want to ensure that, and just still looking to come back again closely with the second one as well. They were close, but well deflected up. The kick coming up strongly, and then it came back, allowing that one up. Just quickly with that time ticking off, time taking that action, as just with that time they want to run back with that great element of time, taking that one into that action, just looking to get over to that point, just looking to get ahead with that one. As with that time, they're just lapsing it with. अरे हमजा का फोन आ रहा है मोबाइल ले लेना as it's taking that one up, just looking to get with that pass, with that brilliant. And that's what is taking that one up, just with that long action. Jersey number 24, this is Niaz, the man looking, running quickly, then covering that distance, and then with that cross, none of the corner came up with that thought. None of the corner for the first time has been taken. If so, then it will be a great one more chance rising for them. Want to get back with that first one, and this is a header coming up with good clearance into that action, and that's where they want to point it up. And it's a great show since that one goal have arrived. We see that is a great change in the boys in red. They've been very much alarming, dominating the game. Just the forward line need to work a little bit with that passing way, rest the defense line, showing what they are capable of. But again, it's a very do-die situation for both teams. A great game as the ending to that second half. The time is coming quickly with last 15 minutes to go, and that's they have to check with time how good they are going with that, how good they are coming up with that point. As just with that clearance coming in, just making sure, taking time for the same things happening up, and that's as he cleared it. The referee says, and he raises his arm, and yes, thing goes good. He's got good ability to make things calm down, as that's where the team taking place. Right from this angle, right from that action, just looking to intercept that one up. And that's they wanted to draw back that attention, pull that one up back, trying to create that all that thing in the hard way, the hardest part to look and soak that moment, soak that point. They wanted to attain that kind of a great thing, that great pleasure, that great kind of a comfort. They wanted to come back up, and then ensuring that all the things come back hard, as they wanted to draw it back with that good clearance coming over to that way, as on that side, just trying to draw that one back. That's a brilliant pass. Look at that moment. Jersey number 20 running quickly for that one. Thank him, Lampa. Trying to go after that one. The ball is taken, carry on with that long kick straight and just passing it through him. A great kicking pass. Great move from it. As you see that pace from him. Jersey number 10, Ashipi with that cross. Coming back quickly over to that point. Realizing that one up. As they've gone through that point, they've come back through that point strongly inside that way, looking to dangerously create that charge up. And that's where they wanted to fall it up apart, fall it aside onto them, looking to go with that pass clearance and the side clearance as well, with that safe zone, the safe timing onto that one as they hold onto that. And in fact, they've got that chance. They've got the sitter, they've got the puller ahead, looking to ensure that they are working better and better with that point, looking to quickly set that one aside. And jersey number 15, the rising Radharaman Club wanted to come back. They are just looking to find that equalizer in any point. They wanted that equalizer from their side to come back up with all that great things in their way. They wanted to fall up onto those parts, making sure that they have that great way to watch up, to look over to that point, create that chance, and that the brilliant charge from the angle, and then a clearance coming in back with that same point. And that's where they wanted to show up the best what they can do with the sides, what they can do from their end, just trying to showcase what they are capable of, with what best that they can do, what best the way it is coming from their way, as looking to steal that one, looking to get jersey number 8, but a good, brilliant clearance coming in. And yet you see that surface tight, but still you see that clearance easy and hard defense line from the boys in blue, not giving them easy chances with easy clearance coming over their way. As the way the time ticking off, a free kick coming in. Josie number 15 taking that one with all the hopes to outshine the moment, to get things better. Josie number 15 with that cross, with all the hopes they want to come back up, trying to come back with the best what he can do so. Looking to showcase that one and just sliding going that one up. A chance missed. Wanted to come back anyhow. They wanted to show where they are lapsing. The captain God of Negi taking that one up, himself taking that initiative responsibility, but still missing that one up with time taking off. The second one coming back, just going over his head, wanted that pressure. Jersey number 24, Mohammad Niaz, taking that one, a brilliant piece of work, but missing that goal, going over his head. and then just crossing that line and length. And that's they're just calling it up, trying to put it ahead. And that's they wanted to call it up, wanted to ensure things happening up with great things, great ideas, working behind that model, looking to initiate that task, looking to go ahead with that task, as just they wanted to that kind of a clearance, that kind of a great touch with all the great way, and that's where they kicked it ahead and a clearance coming in, a good sight of relief for boys in red. The timer ticking off. Last hardly 5 to 6 minutes for the second half, and still dominating well the boys in blue Rising Student Club, shining high onto every aspect, every occasion, coming strongly, taking that action up, and as they are roaring back with great possession, with great team performance. Whereas both teams are doing great, good, and that's what they wanted to come back quickly. They want to show that kind of aggression, that kind of a great start. They wanted to build that one up, and that's they wanted to carry it forward, crossing that line with that clearance coming in. And that cross coming in, that cross header. Again, fighting hard for that jersey number 10, Mohammad Ashik P, as he questions the referees for that foul. If that is a foul, but yet it's not given, it was inside that way. A great practice and a great way to appreciate that work. But corner has been given with that all the hopes for the team to get that corner taken by Tangdeep Lampa with straight that header and the second one post. Mohammad Niaz fighting strong, acting strong, delivering best what he does. And a great piece of work done by him. A beautiful jump, targeted jump, and posted into that nets as a great finishing touch, as sight of anger lies for boys in red, as they knew they have dripped off this first half with a big margin, 2 goals on their shoulders, pressure mounting on them, and that's what they have to somehow manage that one, somehow they have to pull that one up. They wanted to ensure that they wanted to come along that same way, come along that same difficult and different way, ensuring that action, taking that one up. And that's clearance coming in. The timer ticking off. Last 1 minute to go. Not sure of how much additional time will be provided to that end, as they are just looking to end that one up. Again, the long range with that clearance and just going it away. That would have been an awesome goal into that net post with that long range. And that's a great clearance coming in. He's getting that ball back again, wanting to shine back up, and then he's getting that one as a good clearance. And I like the best competitive part from that end is you see that both teams striking hard, fighting back for best what they can do. I'm not sure if how much additional time has been rewarded for this one, as they wanted to close this one up on that high segment. As just with that cause, just with that rhythm, just with that great touch, just leaking that point, leaking that part, just firing, fiercing at this moment. Boys in blue dominantly working hard, quickly acting over to that point, just with that ball possession. Ideally, they are just Mohammad Diaz, Nehal, Tank Dindempa, Jensen Benzda. That great coordination and a good contribution from their end, jersey number 10, Mohammad Ashik P.
Ahmed bhai,
Fantastic person holding that rhythm,
hello.
and that's what is
Picture बताओ देखिए.
and that's clearly we see the jersey number 20 taking that tending Lampa with that offside one, and you see that, and that's the timer ticking off. How much of time it's coming over to them, and as we see the halftime being called off with a great performance from Rising Student Club with 2 goals lead they've taken ahead. The Radharaman Club. As the proceeding back will be back shortly with that time on the second way as well. And that's what the time ticking off. We're waiting for that moment. The half-time 58% possession, 42 by Radharaman, 7 shots and 4 shots, 3 shots on target and 2, 2 saves and 1, 2 corners and 1 corner, 4 fouls and 3 fouls, no yellow cards and no red cards from that point. Start of the way, looking to just get quickly. That's one. He's coming back quickly in that time, looking to build that one up as he lost that control. Again, that's a brilliant one to go, but looking to cross that one up as he quickly sees that moment, that opportunity, and then kicks it away straight into his hand. Rumit Yadav this time doing a good job in the end. Sheikh Manzul is happy with what the performance they have delivered with, and that's where the time takes place, and that's where they wanted to look ahead, all that thing coming up going in their way, and that's where they wanted to, and that's where they wanted to keep the best foot, keep the best game ahead of the timing they have. And that's, he wanted to keep that side, he wanted to keep everything simple and great with that great moment, looking to ensure things coming in his way, trying to put everything best from that side as the time ticking off. Long range, and he gets it. Brilliant, good fortune favors it again, and then he drops it, gets it, and wow! Great, brave efforts and a brilliant attempt. Two times, three times, and then that touch coming from jersey number 21, Pipi Nehebam, with that brilliant. Look at that shot, perfect, but it hit the net a pole, and then the clearance was required, but he took that time again with that pass, and the surface was a little bit. much over to that point, which is why it was required to get it ahead. And then a brilliant goal coming in, just short of one goal with that equalizer. The match still started. And look at the Radharaman Club. Every match they're storming back in the second half, coming quickly with that strategy. They have decided to look ahead with that change in that strategy. They wanted to check that one up, and that's where the time ticks. That's where the time takes ahead. They want to check that things coming up, and with the time taking up, waking its options, waking is time format, and that's where the game starts. It's a great way to watch this one. And that's they wanted to look ahead with that point. And that's straight into his hand. That's what a great way to watch that one. Abrumit Yadav saving it great, coming back in that flashy way, coming back in that great way, looking to get that performance, looking to show his skill. And that's they wanted to kick that one up, trying to show that one up, looking to clear that one up, trying to go with that pass. And that's where they wanted to build that pressure. They wanted to show where the pressure counts and where the pressure comes. Again, going with that pass, a good brilliance, but almost he has saved it brilliantly. Look at that gentle pass, looking to come back with that equalizer. But still, they have got a corner coming in their way. As the corner coming up back from their side, just looking to show the best. And quickly that cross coming in, could not get that one, and a good side of clearance, a side of relief. They've tackled that point quite comfortably there in that point, looking to showcase the best skill set they have, looking to showcase that grade one, looking to showcase the best what they can hold on to. And that's a great and good clearance coming in inside that way, looking to show. And then that's a great way to call that one up with things going, coming back, and a clearance with beautiful equalizer. The team coming back strongly. Radharaman Club showing the best skill what they have. A great cameo, great comeback. The match is not yet over. And now the match has begun to turn and twist in the different way, the different tail side. With that over and no answer to Roshan, the goalkeeper from the side, as he does this big error with two back-to-back goal in just 4 minutes. Would you believe that team coming strongly? The Radharaman Club dominantly better, and that's they wanted to point that one up, looking to showcase that one up, and that's where they're keeping that ahead, keeping that aside with all that clearance, all that way, trying to show up that onto that way with all that brilliant, and then that great pass, looking to take that shape, looking to take that action ahead, and then coming back quickly with that time. And that's again inside that way. Brilliant comeback. But again, big sight of relief. It was almost a lead coming back from boys in blue, but good tackle it back inside that way, just looking to crack that one up, wanted to ensure that one up. That's long kick coming back inside that way, wanted to show it in that way. Again with that long lead, long way inside that way, and a good clearance. And that's long kick coming in with that clearance of the games, taking that side differently from both the games, both teams in that high command, looking to show what best they can do up with. And that has a clearance coming in back at that point. And that's they wanted to call it up. And that's what they wanted to call it up. Calling that point, calling that one up, just looking to pass over to that side as just they wanted to fall ahead onto that side with that brilliant cameo, brilliant work with that thing taking up. Last 30 minutes of the game as it's just falling over to their side. But the time it's ticking off, the time ticking off, they want to ensure that they are working well enough, better and better to get back into that side. As with that time taking one, time taking attention, working hard over to that one, and that's that clearance inside his way, hits that net, and then a good clearance. We've seen that great touch, shoulder to shoulder, the game now equal to both teams. Earlier, it looks dominating from boys in blue, but now it stands tall to them, coming back into their side, into their action, into all their way back, looking to get that one up going. And that's a great way to watch that one up out. And then inside that way, looking to just crossbar that one up, and then looking to show it up. And that's the game taking that twist, getting that corner with all the hopes high for that point to get things up, with that cross coming in with all that hope. Again, that brilliant. He's straight into his hand. Rumi the other with that save. Save in the right time, save at the right spot, with the things taking time. And that's what they wanted to quickly kick that one ahead, pass that one up, wanted to show up what best they can do, what best they can come up with all the things excellently done in order to choke him up, as that's the header with that straight foot onto that side, just looking to show that intent, looking to show that side from his end, wanted to ensure that they are firm onto that same point with the time ticking off. As that he wanted to show that one up with all that pass, all the hopes from his end, looking to ensure that he's working hard, getting things done, with that time ticking off, with that time being coming back into that side. As we see this one up, time ticking off, time taking that action. And that's what the time takes off, time ticking off, with that clearance coming in back with that same point as what it takes, what it goes back inside that way. The timer's ticking off, 64 minutes 65, with that time one coming in back inside that way, inside that action. And that clearance coming in with that header, with that brilliant one. And that's where what they wanted to show it up. They wanted to come back with that quickly move, with that great intent, trying to just showcase that one up, looking to ensure that thing coming up, going all in that way. Again, chance straight into his hand. A perfectly matched that one up. Radharaman Club creating no easy chance for the goalkeeper. Roshan from his side coming back strongly with back to back counter attack and an easy grab by him. And that's where he wanted to come up back. And that's where they have got the match, grabbed the attention of everyone, and they've shown to the world it is great team, great planning, fighting back. And you see that after conceding two goals, they were so much calm and composed. Every time they wait for the second half, Mohammad Niaz with that cross and going. And that's where we quickly see that injury physiotherapy is coming quickly. Start of the play back with that hope to get back things up from their end. Wanted to ensure that they wanted to come back quickly with all that hopes. And that's with the timer ticking off, the time quickly passing with last 20 minutes to go hardly, and the clock time ticking off as they just wanted to come back, wanted to show up what they can do, as he's not all okay that side with that clearance inside that header straight into his hand, and a deflection there by Rumit Yadav this time. And it's straight into his hand, tried their best, plucked it out, and then passes it back. And that's where the game stands. For both sides equal, not easier to commit which team does well, both on that high commanding note to showcase their skill, to showcase the great talent what they had with themselves. They want to show what is the best side they are looking from their end. And that great clearance with that cross foot inside that way, and a great grab by Bhumiti Yadav this time diving to his effort. But that's not all okay with that point. We see that one quickly taking that shape as the officials running quickly. The physiotherapists have to come and check, is everything okay, all right? And yes, he is okay. That's good news. His presence is more important in this side with things taking place from his side. And that's with the time ticking off, 73 minutes time, last 15 minutes of play hardly left with that timer on set. With that point, they wanted to ensure that they want to come back quickly with what all best they can watch and see in that point and part. Just looking to ensure with what is the best thing they can do with, what the best part they can come up with. Jersey number 5 with that brilliant pass to him takes the ball at jersey number 7. It's very difficult. Sandeep Dansana, Loknath Munga, Abdul Salam taking that charge from his angle, taking that charge from his way, as that seems out to be a great point one from his end, looking to showcase that one up with that cross. Jersey number 10 looking to come back and lost the ball in control. And again, that he wanted to come with that charge and chance, again straight into his point. And that's with the time it takes it off, calling it one great, and then he kicks it ahead, and that's one calls it ahead, and that's a bit of a tough for both sides. Try to tackle it up from the wrong side. Wanted to get it, but not right. The foot, cross foot pressure was embarking on him as he just steps close to that point. He gets close onto that side as he wanted to ensure if it goes well, partly from that point, partly from that one, inside that way up. Jersey number 5 trying to showcase that one, trying to go with that brilliant one, looking to get inside that way and straight into his hand. The timer ticking off with that clearance from wrong foot to right foot, taking that one up, shaking that one up. As there, the referee points out the point where they have to be very much sure about the side linings where they are keeping it ahead, and then what it takes to them to that timer from their end with that ball losing that side, losing that point, and then in the end just coming away with it, taking things different and difficult from them as it just rising back to that opportunity part, trying to gather that courage. The long kick with all the hopes. Captain Gaurav Negi will take this again with one more time to get that lead this time, but over to the goalkeeper, just crossing his head, a bit more force into that kick, resulting the ball going over his head. Again, that's a great tackle. Jersey number 3 almost put Suraj minced, keeping the ball in the end, didn't losing it with that clearance. Amazing tackle skill they have with that clearance now, and that's what they wanted to show up the best what they can do till their last. They wanted to ensure whatever the things going well from their end, the things going best from their side, as that great clearance coming from their way, as that's the timer ticking off, wanted to clear this time, wanted to come back and lost that control in the end with that point from their side. Last 10 minutes to go, 7:25 the time, as they both wanted that one breakthrough and they'll be through to this game. Wanted to keep that same length rising. Student Club and Radharaman Club both wanted to excel in the same way, wanted to show what best they can do, what best they can come up with, and especially with that time ticking off, that timer one coming up, as what in the end is that time speaking with that point, coming back with that point, that brilliant move, brilliant one coming up back into that side. And that's with that ticking off, with that ticking time, taking that one up, looking to ensure that one up. They wanted to cross inside that way and then straight into his hand. And that's the brilliant way to tackle that one up. And that's what it takes back to him. And that's the time ticking off, time taking that one up. 82 minutes have gone so far. Last 8 minutes, the decider to pull up this game. Which side will look forward for that point? And that's what the timer says, ticking off. Both ending onto that storyline of last 6 minutes to go. Just wanted to check where they stands ahead of time. Equally dominating well both teams. With the timer onto that point, with timer onto that striking way, with that end one onto that one, as he holds that point, looks ahead, trying to convince that part, and majority of it's just taking that one, trying to push it hard and harder. looks to get inside that way. And that's with the time rousing on both sides. Last 5 minutes to go with the time with every possible outcome, both teams in a high demanding way, but no one in that mood to do a mistake. Both team is very careful of not providing easy mistakes, easy ones to kick that one up off, as they wanted to quickly check that one up, siding that timer ticking it off 86. As you see that clearly, that's not all okay, and marginal big errors if comes through anyway. A big costlier thing comes up, free kick provided, and that's what the captain will take. The God of Negi making sure that it takes this time correctly in taking that one up, looking to provide that one, making sure that long range into that way and hits it the net. Tried it well. They've got a good chance, and then in the end, drifting back from that point. Closely with that intent, closely with that touch. Last 2 minutes to go. The timer sets. Just trying to decode the defense line, as clearly they have done it back to back passes. Quickly, we see that one up from boys in the red Radharaman Club, and again wanted to come back quickly with that cross straight into his hand. And that's why they take it ahead in that way. And that's the timer. It's all set with all the possibility, probability they are looking to enroll. And that's the corner coming up. Can this corner hold a big margin? Can this be the talk of the turning point, tilt of the game at this point? Stay tuned. What will happen? Up pressure on the Radharaman Club from where they started. Not wanted to end this contest from that same point, and a good sight of relief for them. As a good clearance, Rumit Yadav clearing that one up with all the best he can do, with all the best he can come up with, fighting strongly back with all that competing part, as looking to just set that tone, time ticking off, and that's is the end of 90 minutes play with 2-2 the score lines. As that is the timer ticking off, not sure of how much additional time being awarded. Look at the timer ticking off, both teams in that awe of scoring goal, but making sure that they do not do anything wrong, any big mistake, causing them losing the side, causing them going away from the game. And that's where they wanted to call it as a safer side. Both teams just quickly passing it to the opposite side. That's what they wanted to show. And that's where the timer ticking off wanted to ensure 91 minutes gone with score lines on the equal part 2 and 2. And that's what they wanted to end this one streak with one final touch, both team looking to impress. Boys in red wanted to end this contest with timer ticking off, good control, and in the end losing that touch finally to the ball. Rising Student Club, now they wanted to show what best they can do as the second half completely dominated by this team. Boys in red again, they've got that ball back, but a good sight of clearance, wanted to touch of ease. Matter of touch and go. No side of error. No side of error for any of them. Jersey number 6 trying to come back but could not touch that end. Still, they wanted to come back, wanted to show up. Is the timer ticking off? 92 minutes gone. Not sure of the additional time. How much is it providing to them, or just it's good touch by Nagy, just making sure that they does it well. They does it best, keeping the game on that safer side, on that same point, keeping the best from his side. And that is a result in full time. Both teams will be happy with what they have got, but what not they have lost. Rising Student Club with 2 and Radharaman Club with 2 points. And that's why we take it. And that's what is the great end in the full time. 52% possession, 48% Radharaman. 7 shots and 15 shots, 9 shots and 7 shots, 5 saves and 6 saves by Radharaman, 5 corners from Rising Student, 3 from Radharaman, 12 fouls and 8 fouls by Radharaman. No yellow cards coming in, no red cards coming in to in the great contest. What a great game it had been today on the wonderful Tuesday evening we have seen at this wonderful venue, Barabati Stadium, Cuttack. Stay tuned for the next matches for the tomorrow time lining up. We have the Radha Govinda Club versus YFC Chaudhara in the 3:30 p.m. schedule. 5:30 p.m. Sports Odisha versus Bidanasi Club for the tomorrow game. Stay tuned. We'll back shortly tomorrow to see you back.